This is Gary Atencio with CNTV, and today we're in Denver, Colorado. I'm here at the VIP Real Estate Colorado. Since 2012, this group of elite realtors have progressively led the industry into the future by combining technology and unprecedented customer VIP service. I am here with Brian, who is the broker owner. Thanks for joining us a little bit here.
Thank you, Gary.
Let's go back a little bit on yourself. I mean, when it comes to real estate, you really have served in many aspects, from sales to property management, even into construction, mortgage, you name it, been there, done that. Almost your background seems like a perfect formula for raising the bar in the real estate industry. Share with me how this passion got started for you.
Well, Gary, it's actually sort of a family. It's a genetic thing, in effect. My family are all old-school Denver developers. We've built many projects of residential and commercial properties around Denver Metro. I grew up around it. There's, in fact, a picture of me breaking ground of an apartment complex as a 4-year-old toddler in what is now Glendale. So it was in my blood, and I have grown up around it, love it passionately. I sort of eat, sleep, and breathe real estate.
I believe that. I mean, you basically have transacted from Fort Collins to Colorado Springs, everywhere in between, the Denver metro area. Really, nowadays, to survive in this industry, you have to have good customer service. But to thrive as you have, you're talking about a VIP caliber type of service. Tell me why that was important to you.
That's absolutely right. One of our watchwords and one of our taglines is that VIP, all of our clients are VIPs to us. Every client deserves VIP caliber service, not just our $1 million buyers and sellers, but the $120,000 home gets the same level of attention and care that the big boys do.
That is excellent. I mean, like you said, your family have seen the Denver market change. The real estate industry is changing all the time. You could almost say this isn't your daddy's brokerage from 20 years ago. I mean, you're not utilizing yesterday's antiquated strategies to basically move property. Tell me why that's really separating you from the rest.
So true. While we may have a good collaborative and collective 50 years of experience in the industry, we have abandoned the antiquated ways of doing real estate, and we're looking only towards the future. Technology is the wave of the future in real estate, and it's an ever-shifting market, ever-shifting environment. Many people are stuck in the old way, and those are the ones that don't survive the market changes. We believe in anticipating and being ahead of the power curve when it comes to new technology, new market conditions, and how to adjust to those and anticipate them to the benefit of our clients.
That is excellent. I mean, in a real estate property is probably the biggest investment most of us will make in a lifetime. It only makes sense that we go with somebody who is basically educated, a professional, like you said, 50 plus years of collaborative experience right here at the table. Is that something important that your team basically is all on the same page with?
Absolutely. And we believe in education. We believe in continual training. I do mentorship programs with my agents. I sit down and get to know my agents and who they are as people. It's just not another face walking around the office. That way I can help them gear their marketing plan, their personal business strategy to where it's perfectly suited to their attributes and to where they can provide better services to their clientele as well.
I mean, really, the real estate transaction, we're talking all the way up to the closing. I mean, it's a science. You got to cross your T's, dot your I's. You've got laws that are constantly changing, but really it is the art of marketing that really sets you apart. Being able to get out there and has that been a contributing factor to the success?
That is absolutely potentially maybe our number one factor for success is the level of marketing expertise and technology and attention and personalized attention that we put into it. Not just for the homes themselves. If a seller is listing a home with VIP real estate, they're going to get premium level, most effective marketing, fully SEO optimized, you name it. The best that there is out there in the marketplace, because that's going to get your home in front of the buyer faster and sell it faster for a higher price. Not only that, but marketing for our agents themselves. Each and every agent basically has a personal marketing assistant where we custom design not just the marketing plan, but the actual marketing collateral, the actual things that the public is going to see to support our agent. And we believe in differentiation. So we don't want to do these templates that all the other agents have the same email blast going out. I get 7 of the same email in my email inbox every day. Everything is personalized and different, which sets that agent apart.
That is great. I mean, when we go back to the day when you were in a photograph breaking ground, I mean, gone are the days of basically putting up a sign in the front yard, throwing it on the MLS. I mean, tell us how the technology of the World Wide Web has really been a game changer, being able to shoot it across Denver.
Well, that's absolutely key. I mean, we'll make a funny example. We've had some many celebrity clients, as is befitting of VIP real estate. Sometimes they're very private and they elect not to have a sign in front of their house. They ask me if it's going to detract from their the ability to sell. Well, when we have them under contract in 3 days, they realize it really is not, because that electronic footprint and the massive amount of presence on the internet that we put out there is really what's driving the sale in today's market.
I mean, it's always been the case of not in your best interest to for a person to sell their own home for sale by owner. I would have to say today it's even tenfold. I mean, we're talking about entire marketing teams that you've got out there to really tap in and utilize all aspects and platforms for marketing.
Very true. The marketing is something that the average homeowner just can't replicate. We have professional systems. We've spent a ton of money on them. So that's something you can't replicate. And then once that function is done and the home is under contract, then comes the whole other part of the equation, which is skillfully guiding them through the process so that things don't, mistakes aren't made, no one's taken advantage of, everything's handled fairly, appropriately. There's so many hands that if touch a real estate transaction, there's a million factors that could get messed up. And without the guidance of a professional, you're kind of on your own. Any one of those factors could go horribly awry and people can be harmed. So
you're being nice when you say kind of on your own. You're very on your own. I mean, it's a very difficult navigation process going through that. One of the perks, let's start off first of all, when somebody wants to sell their home, one of the perks starts out as a VIP is basically a free home value analysis. What does that mean? What happens there?
Absolutely. It's more than just that analysis of what their home is worth and what we think we can sell it for. It's a full consultation of everything we need to do to sell that home for the highest price and the fastest and meet their objectives. Sometimes they're moving out of state and there's timelines. Sometimes the home is not exactly ready to go on the market. It needs some work, some repairs, some upgrades. Sometimes people use our collective background in construction. We do a lot of fix and flips. We work with a lot of investors. That's invaluable because sometimes a client will come to us and say, if I sell my home like it is right now, Gary, what's it worth? But if we do this and this and this, if we remodel it, what can we sell it for then? And then we evaluate whether the cost to do those modifications is going to be justified in the end price. There's a lot that goes into it.
A lot goes into it, and everybody has different needs anymore. You're talking about new development, repurposing, downsizing, upsizing, you name it. As a homeowner, we're emotional about our property. I mean, we know what we paid for it maybe 30 years ago, and we can't imagine putting this asking price on it, hurt ourselves, or the opposite. We believe the memories tied into this house make it worth more. Why is a professional able to kind of navigate through, like you said, and basically put the best price on that house to make sure that it moves properly? Why is that initial price pretty important?
Well, unfortunately, there are some folks out there who set unrealistic expectations, and then when those expectations don't come to fruition, it's a big disappointment. And then you get into that emotional factor again. Most people are very emotionally tied to their home or their real estate that they're selling. It's an emotionally driven topic. So we find honesty is the best policy, of course. If the home is not worth what the buyer or the seller expects to get out of it, we're going to very gently and carefully illustrate by showing the factual information so they have realistic expectations, and that way nobody gets disappointed in the end. However, in today's market, sometimes people don't realize their house is worth a lot more than they think, and then they've got another emotional surprise in the end too.
Not only that, but obviously time is money, and it saves people time rather than just the disappointment. Basically, from the pricing of the home, prepping of the home, getting it ready. Obviously, the utmost marketing out there, getting it across Denver, all the way to the closing table. I mean, as a VIP, really, you're providing peace of mind through all these different steps. Is that something that people realize?
Well, we prefer that they don't realize the value that they're getting because we deliver that value in the elimination of stress. Some people are more susceptible to stress than others. Some people view this as a much more stressful process, and sometimes the nature of the transaction become more or less stressful. Part of our job is to relieve that stress and take care of the burden behind the scenes so that the client doesn't even have to deal with it. So when I say they don't know, it's like we try to make it so that they don't know what they're missing when it comes to the stress. They don't experience that stress, and it's a painless, enjoyable, and we try to make it fun at the same time.
And that is definitely the definition of VIP. I don't want to know what you're doing behind my back. I just want to enjoy the day and basically get the job done. Right. One of the things, by investing really in your real estate team with ongoing education, this really ensures success for the client. Is that important that you continue that ongoing education?
Absolutely. Education is a highly important factor, plus support with technology as well. For example, when you mention reinvesting into our agents, we're getting ready to move to a big fancy office that's going to be in a walking district surrounded by coffee shops, a fun place to be. We just today signed a new deal for an entire new web array, company websites, agent apps, you name it. We're not only pouring attention, but also money back into our agents to give them the best tools to help their careers. My goal is to see every one of my agents a top sales producer.
That is impressive. Viewers, let's take a look out there. First of all, on the bottom of the screen, you're going to see their website. On the website, whether you're buying or selling, we have a team that can take care of you. Residential, single-family dwelling, multi-dwelling, commercial. You've got basically 50-plus years collective experience right here under one roof out there able to serve you. You can also take a look at the testimonials there. You're going to find out that all of us want to be a VIP, and that's really what you're going to find here as well. Let me ask you, obviously this is an elite team serving folks out there, obviously handpicked by you. What if you have a realtor out there that wants to be part of a team that is forging into the future, forward thinking? Can they get involved?
Absolutely. We are interviewing right now. We've recently opened our doors to accept a select number of new agents. We don't accept too many at once because of that personalized attention I like to give them. I do the personal mentoring program with them. I do the getting to know them as individuals. On purpose, we're not a 150-person brokerage. You can't possibly know everyone in your office at that rate. We want to be a mid to large size boutique brokerage that's more of a family. We bring on people that are really fun, very cool, socially connected, very hard-charging, driven folks, also that would enjoy working together, enjoy being friends, even if they weren't working together. So it's a great culture. It's a great culture of people that we've grown here. And if I bring on too many at once, I get spread a little thin because I like to give a lot of personalized attention. We have opened our door for to accept another batch of realtors to join our family, and it really is a family atmosphere. So if there's anyone that is interested that believes they would be a good fit for our culture and enjoy working with us and improving their career, absolutely, my contact information's on the screen. I would love to talk to any of those fantastic realtors out there and discuss becoming a part of our family.
I mean, really, this is forward thinking, basically progressively moving into the future. You're not afraid to do what a lot of other brokerages are not doing at all. Is this fun for you and continues to be rewarding, especially, like you said, it runs in your blood?
Gary, you hit the nail on the head when you say doing what other brokerages don't do. Whatever all the big, giant Keller Williams and Coldwell Bankers are doing, I'll skip that. Whatever they're not doing, that's precisely what I'm going to do. I believe in differentiation and standing out from the crowd. That is very much a passion of mine, and it's working.
Excellent. Last time, viewers, take a look at the bottom of the screen right there. You're going to see their contact information. Check out the testimonials online. Check out their Facebook page. You want to see what the latest featured home is, you're probably going to find it right there as well. And remember, this is a company that began back in 2012, but the owner has been involved in real estate his entire life, really eating, breathing, living real estate. He understands what it's like to be on the other side of that transaction. He understands that each one of us really want to be a VIP. Trust experience, but conduct business into the future. This is Gary Atencio with CNTV. And if you don't know, now you know.